everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing how to be hated by others. So basically, I observed till now, I am right now like 26, and I've been hated by many people so far since my conscious childhood. So basically, it is quite a bit interesting, and it's a bit like also not good experience that like you know that you are openly hated by others. And yeah, it's been quite a long time, starting from from the age of like 7 when I or 6 when I just started going to classes. So I've been hated so badly. So at my school, basically, I was student A, and like to some degree, but in some grades, uh, yeah, and I was the head of the class. And afterwards, I had to transfer because of we moved to another region. So, and I started there my second grade, like in primary school. So then they already had their head, and I wanted to become the one, and I've been hated for that quite badly. And because we had like a rivalry or competition between me and the previous head of the class. So it's it was openly really hate because people like supported, like my classmates basically supported her, and it can start continued till high school. So basically, yeah, by then everyone hated me. I had only one friend, closest friend, and the other than her, everyone really openly hated and just coming towards me and saying that you are not the right one. You don't I won't become like like a head, la la la. So, and then some classes, if like students had to assess the others basically. So I've been assessed so badly, even though I performed quite well, because I was hated. Afterwards, I transferred to another school during my high school because I got into like good scholarship to one of the best state school that only like that time only opened. So that's why I just managed to get in my during my high school. So yeah, and I started there. Also, I was again hated. Why? Because they started some like one semester before me, and then they already had bad grades or scores. And when I just arrived, I had like all my grades A back in my like normal lyceum school. So then the like competition has started so far, like that time back, and then they hated me because I was student A before, and they already had like D or E grades, and because they didn't want me to have the highest like scores, the final scores, when we do like average first and second semester. Yeah, it was like that because they told me, okay, you would be having higher scores than us, la la la, and then they tried to make something out of like fake stories about me that I didn't know at all. And they were saying, okay, you are bad, la 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 la, and we hate you. and they wouldn't like to be friends with you. And then even in some classes, they not some in many classes, even though I was new student, it and the school was super big, large. I didn't manage to to find another like classroom. They just like consciously like openly forgot me at that class, the previous class, because they hated me. And it was not only this way, but also like they tried to do some like negative stuff, like things towards me. Like they started to say that I'm stinky, and they started to say that I am not good enough, because they got jealous of me, as as the teachers there, they were happy about me and satisfied with my performance and stuff. So they didn't like this fact, that I was highlighted and like was liked by many teachers. So yeah, it was super high competitive class and the school in general, but I was in that situation. So that time back, I was crying all the way, and I didn't feel good at all, like, because every time it's like open hate. So we had to do some, not all some, but always like studies in group, and then some like activities in group. However, nobody wanted to be with me. Everyone excluded me like openly. Even the one class, they told me, okay, if you had to leave somebody in your class whom you would be leaving, and then they were saying openly, okay, this is Josiah, we do not like her, we hate her because she has higher grades than us, and etc, etc. So it was open hate. And you don't know how much I felt so bad. And then I managed to have my inner strength. Somehow I overcame it, and my purpose was like to study not well to get higher grades, but to study well, to like have nutritious, I should say, right, knowledge in my brain, so I can have a bright future. So with the clear purpose, like the clear purpose helped me to not to be affected by others. Even though everyone hated me, I just was alone, and it started to become fine. I was sometimes eating alone. They just left me they forgot me, like openly forgot me. Yeah, I was all crying every time. I don't know how I managed to overcome this without psychologists that time back. Being just 14 and experiencing this such a lot of like hate towards myself. I don't know how I really managed that time without psychologists, without any therapist, any help, just all hating without any like good basis and reasons at all. Yeah, it also affected my performance as well, to some degree in the very beginning. And I'm like, okay, just keep yourself together, and this is time to remind yourself what my purpose is, and that I should pursue it. That's it. And I'm very happy about this. And afterwards, all people started pursuing me pursuing me, like, meaning like not chasing, but the ones who hated the most and informed others that I'm not the good person, whatever, like fake news, whatever's about me that I was not aware of, strangely. So they started chasing me, asking for help, asking for things, like, like, even they became my best friends at the end. The one who hated me the most and saying bad things around me, like gossips and stuff. I am still like surprised by this fact, but yeah, this is true. And then the next time I had some hates during my bachelor as well, by the head of the group again, because once I wanted to organize a like birthday, whatever, like birthday things, not party itself, but organize, yeah, probably party, but not super party, like um yeah, to my group mate. And I was collecting some money and stuff and saying my ideas, how I would love to congratulate her on her birthday, etc. And then I got hated, basically, because I was telling, okay, this way would be better, la la la, or this, like, different options to my class group mates, but they hated me for that. Yeah, and yeah, afterwards I was like, okay, I've been alone, I've been hated so far, and I know how to be hated, how it feels like to be hated. So, and I'm like, okay, this is time to not to think about this. My purpose also is to learn the things, get the good knowledge, and have bright future. I reminded myself, I keep myself to pull myself together. That time was easier than the before, but of course every time hits me, like hit me quite a lot. Like every time has its own hit. So yeah, and afterwards, then my second year of my bachelor, basically, I was a bit hated again because I was performing quite well in, I mean, in all classes. I was, I think, the top, maybe at least like 5% or maybe the top is the time back, like first and second grades years, because I had the highest GPA probably that time, or like top 5-10% for sure. So like 3.88 or something like this. And yeah, I've been again hated for stupid things actually. And I was like, okay, whatever. Mm, I know what my purpose is, and I don't care, because I remember that we had to participate in the Republican Olympiad, like the competition, and we have to be selected by our group mates, etc. And the very strange thing is that I was not even though being like top whatever percent, right? um, or probably that time back it was the toppest GPA and stuff. I was not selected by my group mates. Nobody like told my name, voted for me, to be honest. And then it was not super good feeling being like worth or deserving this position, and then you are not getting that position that you are really deserving. That time was super bad, to be honest. But like despite these facts, my teacher like approached me and saying, I would love to have you as the first student going there. And yeah, I went there and I was first selected student by teacher, but not by the class, unfortunately. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I went there and participated in this Olympiad, Republican one, and went to another city for that. Yeah, it was fine, even though I didn't get any like place, but like my teacher was so supportive of me. Like by ranking, I got the second one among our students, among our 6 people, basically students, right? So, and it was, I mean, fine for me. Yeah. And next one, basically during my masters, I'm not sure if I've been excluded, etc. I wouldn't say like that openly, mm, but I didn't have good vibes. Not because they are bad, etc. I wouldn't consider my group mates are bad that time. Not at all. They are super nice people. The only thing I had is I was hated that time back by my professor, by head of the our department. I should say not department, sorry, the program probably. So not hate, but I've been criticized a lot. I was criticized a lot that time. I mean, yeah, but it's fine. And I had a conflict with my best friend that time back, like to be called as a friend. And yeah, I was explaining myself, saying, okay, I didn't like this part. This is really hurting me, etc. But anything was taken into account. Instead of that, I've been attacked, and I felt so bad about this. And since then, I think I became quite a bit anxious because I had quite anxious person as my best friend, and this might also be transferred. So yeah, I've been, I mean, passing through this, and then I joined my PhD in here in Italy, basically. And yeah, again, I am hated by my colleagues, by almost all of my colleagues, and my PI as well, my professor. And he's saying to me that I do have not good communication skills, etc. And then even he, like in my evaluation, was mentioning that I have poor communication, whatever, like adaptability and the other like skills, which are soft skills, right? So he was evaluating it as like poor. Yeah, I mean, this time it was also hitting me super hardly because it affects. I am like alone, and I've been living like 1.5 years alone, apart from my family, because I've been living with my family so far, and just I was apart for a year, and after a year I only could see my family, and then I left back for half a year. It's been like I didn't see them, unfortunately. So anyways, I feel like I'm doing my best to some degree, but it's not the best, I do consider, because I felt like I am depressed. I wouldn't like to do so, like, because I'm not valued, my interests are not interesting for them, etc. They do not care, la la la. So, and then I felt so bad about this, and I didn't want to do it. Why? It's like I've been gossiped a lot by my colleagues. It's like it's a bit childish thing because I had like a mini conflict with my mentor, but she's been telling everyone that I shouted at her, etc., etc. I'm not sure like why she told this, even though I've been shouted, yeah, and a couple times, and I was crying all weeks, not even a month. I felt so bad about this, and I was experiencing. I had to work with her, and she was not sharing with protocols and stuffs with me, even though they are very important things. And I have to go to Germany, to another country, to learn the stuffs that I had to learn a year ago. And I'm not motivated at all. I do feel so depressed, and I don't want to continue this PhD at all because I'm not valued. My interests are not considered like well or properly. I mean, and as well as I feel like I'm hated for nothing because I've been just gossiped. And this time I wouldn't like to have such a lot of hate towards me because I feel already lonely, and I sprained my ankle for like 1.5 months. I cannot walk properly, and it hurts a lot. On top, I'm living alone, and I ask for like water and stuffs from others every time, which is not nice. and almost nobody asks me how I'm doing. Like, I'm a couple people write once a while, but in general, nobody's interested because I'm in abroad and stuff, and I feel super lonely, to be honest. And I live alone, like in this apartment. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I felt this, and I feel so super anxious and depressed since I started my PhD here. I felt like it's wrong, and I had to quit it once I felt that it's wrong. Like, it was very stupid decision of mine I took ever, I think. I don't want to waste my time because I'm already 26 and I do have turning 27 even, and I do consider my and imagine like my future much differently than this. So I hope it's gonna change in a while, but yeah. So the thing is that, okay, I am still experiencing this. I've been hated. I will be hated probably, and this is not super good feeling. But every time when I remember what my purpose is, I forgot about hates, or not forget about them, but like I don't feel super affected. I don't feel like I'm affected by that. Right now, since my purpose is not super clear, I feel a bit affected, but much less affected than I was, like, some time back, which is nice. But the question is, if this is my purpose, if this is what I want to have, if this is where I would love to do my PhD, if I would love to be such a, like, if I would love to get such like qualities or experience that I'm doing here. So this is under question. Let's see how it works. But if I re-identify my purpose and I would be clear about this, I think my anxiety and depression go away. So let's see how it works, and I hope that I will redefine everything in my life, and then I just quit the things that I do not like to have, even though I do have a very big fear. So hope this may resonate somebody's experience, and I would love to mention that you are not alone. Being hated is fine. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.